Hello everybody, welcome to game number 3. This is going to be another exciting occurrence. We're going to go ahead and enjoy watching alternate attacks Cloud, the Terran player in the top, going up against WhiteRa, the very cool Protoss on the right. Mr. Special Tactics himself defended a really aggressive SCV Marine all-in from Cloud in that last game, making it look really easy, which is definitely an impressive bit to be able to accomplish. Cloud is no small player, and it's actually a great thing that Cloud was trying to do. He was showing the gasless expansion. He actually was legitimately trying to get up the gasless expansion, but then WhiteRa put down that pylon, and Cloud just like, nah, I'm gonna go all in now. SCV, 3 more racks, Marines, SUVs, whoosh, and then he pushes in, and then WhiteRa defends with Stalkers. Which is how you're supposed to do it. You micro Stalkers, you kite the SCVs, you kite the Marines, target fire the Marines, and you're good. And WhiteRa was able to accomplish that with flying colors, not even taking that many losses, and just decimating Cloud's push. And it was off of a 1-gate expansion, which is another very impressive bit. Usually those expansion plays get hit very hard by that type of aggressive all-in. Plus, it was late enough that the Nexus wasn't even able to be cancelled, where I didn't even have all of his gates completed. He still had his second and third gate, I believe, still warping into warp gates, or even trying to finish their gateway bit while they're trying to turn in, before they can even get to a warp gate. They have to finish being a gateway, they didn't even get to that, and then you moved into warp gates, and then you was able to bring in Stalkers, and then able to win. I think I have that right. Don't really know. My voice just kind of mildly went up a octave or two, but I don't think it's a big deal. So now we're going to see moving forward. It's like WhiteRa. Oh yeah, there's actually, I think they mentioned this at the beginning. They're like, is this cross only? But it's not. This version is all of the expansions. Definitely a possibility, but it is good. I like that a lot of players, or I guess a lot of map makers, have actually made their versions of Antiga Shipyards cross only, which takes away little problems like this. Oh yeah, whereas like not cross Motherface, any spawns possible. But yeah, this is the thing. You can get tanks over here, and I think you can actually take down this gas. I think that's how far tanks can reach on this map, is be able to take down this gas geyser, which means that probes can be harassed, drones can be harassed, which is definitely a worry in TvZ especially, because you can probably do a little cute thing where you put down the tank here and just take down the extractor. Then you're vulnerable to mutas, I guess, but a few Marines and you're fine on that front. So you can do a lot of things like forcing engagements. Looks like Cloud's actually going to send his SCV the wrong way. Oh, that's a shame. He's going to go ahead and move all the way over here to find nobody. While if you look at WhiteRa's vision, he has gone ahead and seen the expansion from Cloud, seen everything. Looks like Cloud is once again actually going for that gasless expansion, now throwing down his double refineries, still off of 1 racks only. So we're going to see this be a different one gate expansion, or 1 racks expansion from Shakur's Plateau game, where he got that very quick 3 orbital commands, which was great. Paid off amazingly well, but this time around he's going to go for a little bit faster tech. You can see his second racks has now gone down. He's probably going to get he's probably get add-ons and factories fairly soon. Try and work up to getting those nice stim and everything. But right now we're seeing this one zealot pushing forward. As I'm too busy talking and slightly missing the action, the zealot does have 1 kill. Probably killed a single marine. We're going to see Cloud doing some nice micro, just going ring around the command center to take down the zealot. It works successfully. We're going to see now that the stalker is here, every single marine is actually significantly damaged. We see the stalker's going to try and pick off 1. He can definitely take off those top 2 if he can just get to them. But nice positioning by Cloud. Actually manages to keep almost all of them alive. Look at that health on every single one of these units. Not a single one is remotely green until we click on this guy, and then we've got Green Marine, kind of ruining the party. But actually, give me Christmas now. Actually, it is basically Christmas. There we go, Christmas Marine. Wait, damn it, Christmas Marines! Yay! And we actually have a little bit of a counter scout right now with SCV. Going to see the expansion of WhiteRa himself. We're going to see also the fact that it was a 1-gate expansion. I was too busy trying to find the Christmas Marines to go ahead and focus on the builds for a second. But there are those add-ons. There's the factory. I seriously enjoy when I can call the builds perfectly. And just make those tiny reads, guys. This is something that you need to be able to do in game. I'm kind of preaching to you. I can sometimes do it right, but I need to get an observer in there. If we take a look at WhiteRa to see him, he's actually has just his 3 gates. He's doing out his Twilight Council. He doesn't even have a robo on the field, so he's not going to get that base scout to see this kind of read the gas timings anytime soon. But something he did see was the lack of Marines. He just saw those 3 Marines, how much Cloud was focusing on trying to keep them alive, and by seeing so few Marines, he's going to realize that it's going to be some kind of tech most likely, or something else. We're actually going to see tank going down from Cloud, so this is actually unexpected. I was expecting him to go for more of that biocentric kind of play that he really showed to be very comfortable with on Shakur's plateau. But instead, we're actually going to be seeing him going for, actually we see those Stalkers trying to pick off some units. We can see this guy's got 0 kills, this guy's got 1, so we may have just seen 1 Marine getting picked off, but actually all the Christmas guys are in there, so who knows. But still, Cloud's got that very strong bio play. He's really switching up here. I do think he's kind of channeling Isahara Nama. I know Nama does some nice tank plays. As we can see, it's going to be happening right now. WhiteRa's going to be a little bit hard-pressed to defend this. Do have armor starting. We've got charge going down, which is definitely a smart way to go, but still, the lack of robo is kind of scary, considering that the tank play from Cloud can be really, really strong if he gets down to nice positioning. You see siege mode is almost done, double reactor on the racks. It's going to be a huge, huge Marine tank push, and WhiteRa's actually just gone for a very quick third. He's trying to get down this incredibly economically focused gameplay, but if we take a look at Cloud, he's kind of in a great position to go about killing WhiteRa. You can see Cloud's very far ahead in the food count. He's got fewer SUVs. That army difference is really, really evident right now. You can see the workers is all basically even, but the army is just in favor of Cloud. But we do have Zealots out. They do not have charge quite. It's about to complete though, but oh, WhiteRa's going to be able to get the surround. Nice move. We can warp in Zealots here, get a perfect sandwich in. You can see that these units are so ready for this, and he's actually going to go ahead and try and buy time. Bunkers are being thrown down. We're going to see those Zealots trying to push in. WhiteRa is now going to go in for that nice play. We're seeing him pushing in. Zealots are trying to get the timing right. They're seeing him pushing forward. Cloud sees that that's what's happening. We have a couple Zealots hitting those tanks. They're going to go ahead, and tanks are going to go down. And with those tanks down, this is going to be the end of this push from Cloud. And WhiteRa, with perfect positioning, forces the cancel, and all those units are going down. WhiteRa, very, very nice hold. It was in a little bit of a tense situation. The army itself was in favor of Cloud. The army positioning was perfect by WhiteRa, allowing this base to go up without too much difficulty, at least how it seems. But then see, Cloud's not expecting this in the least. If he's going for the generic like Protoss expansion timing, it could be anywhere between a minute to 3 minutes from now that a toss would go for that kind of play. He did see the charge lots, and that could definitely show maybe an intention of getting a faster expo, but there's no way that Cloud is going to be thinking that WhiteRa's got a third base up and running right now already with some healthy saturation if WhiteRa actually gets those idle probes to move in. But once again, Cloud making me take away the food count to actually see what's in that production tab. That's very, very scary that he has that many things going down at once. The fact that he doesn't die while investing so much in all these things is incredibly impressive. We do see this factory is getting down, that reactor, the starport's about to complete as well, so that medevac play is going to be a transition from the tank play, but the fact that Cloud didn't do that much damage with the tanks is a little bit worrisome. That's a large investment for the siege mode and the siege tanks themselves to have it not really pay off. But these 3 gates are going down, so WhiteRa's actually seriously emphasizing those gateway units. He's getting down more armor upgrades. This will be level 2 that is researching, and we're going to see the factory is now going to be looking over there and watching as that third has been up for a while. Templar Tech is out as well. Do they have Psy Storm? Where is that Templar? There's the Templar Archives. Psy Storm just now starting, so this is still looking to be pretty just standard from both players. Cloud's going to start taking some shots on that factory. I doubt he's really stressed over that, but the command center for him is going down. A normal third base timing against a very quick Protoss third base timing is going to be a little bit of a worry, but ghosts are coming out. Once those go in, we can see some nice feedbacks going up against them, some EMPs against the High Templar. We have a nice little micro dance between those 2 base units. Factory's taking a little bit of damage, not too much, but WhiteRa has his first observer 13 minutes in. This is very, very risky. A lot of people rush for that robo to get that obs out ASAP, but WhiteRa is trying to play for that eco gameplay, and oh, here we're going to have drops on these very close positions. We can see that one cannon is there. We see some units being warped in. Just one zealot, that is going to get killed. I think that was a cannon. We're going to see pushing in. All these zealots are going to try and push forward, do some damage. Woo, excuse me, that was a surprise one. As all of those guys are going to push forward, one marine's going to go down. I apologize for my rudeness. That really caught up on me, and I was just talking. It was just like, oh, surprise, you got to burp. So I apologize for that one. But still, the factory is now out. We're going to see that the second floor is going to be going down. +1 attack is actually being researched before the +3 armor. I don't know if WhiteRa was just feeling a little bit starved, wants to invest in gas and Templar or something, but see, right now, this is a very smart thing to do. Keeping a Templar inside the War Prism, making sure that they can't get EMP'd. It's a really big deal that they don't get EMP'd. He needs those storms, and we're going to have a few SCVs going to try and move in, get that refinery going down and everything, but these guys are going to move forward. They're going to kill off a couple of those units, but we see him pushing forward, attacking. I saw some splashing. We see him pushing in, or maybe not, but still, we're going to see a nice little bit of vulnerability to all these SUVs, but still, storm. Oh, nice storms. We used to, EMP is going down. That's not exactly a big deal there. Now, inside the War Prism, I don't think they have very much energy left, even if they didn't get EMP, but still, we see all these units pushing forward, but snipes going down, and that army from WhiteRa is just dead and going down. Cloud's got a nice little bit of a food count lead. His factory is now still just sitting in here. WhiteRa's now getting his +3 armor, and the +1 attack is in there. I guess he didn't have to worry about the armor upgrade not being done, considering the fact that he that he was going to have it for the time of that attack anyway. We're seeing a second robo. The robotics bay is already down, so he can get out that army composition that he actually missed on Shakura's plateau, where he could have gotten the Templars and the Colossi at the exact same time. That's what you need against a late game Terran if you want to deal with their very, very large DPS, is you need the combination of Psystorm and then the Colossi Splash. Upgrades are incredibly important to keep the Zealots alive, tanking that damage, and we see even more units are going to be coming in. Look at the production capabilities of WhiteRa. 2 robos and 12 gateways. He can remax within a minute or two easily. Plus, he's getting a nice 4th base at 16 minutes in, which is very, very good timing for that kind of thing, especially with this kind of heavy Zealot, right now Zealot Archon play with a Templar in there. It's a very scrappy unit composition. He's getting the late game composition with those with the Colossi and everything, but look at that storm. Very nice storm. A lot of Marines are in this army, a whole lot of Marines. Look at how vulnerable they are to the side storm. More units are going down. This Templar now has no energy. We see this army getting completely sandwiched. WhiteRa's pushing in, doing some nice damage. Nice shots are going off. We can see more Templars going in, and they're going to go ahead and be able to hit, but there's no Stalkers. But oh, look at the storms and the Archons taking down a couple medevacs that were filled with units, and now Cloud trying to be sneaky and escaping with those units alive, ends up escaping with the units dead, which is not exactly what you want to do when you're playing StarCraft. You want to keep those units alive so you don't die in this war game. A little tiny thing that some people miss is that this is a war game and you want to keep your units alive. Still, whereas 4th is going down, we can see over here that so's Cloud. He's got this one ready to lift off and go down here. I guess theoretically go for the gold, but it's a little risky considering that WhiteRa will be able to get a perfect surround with instantaneously just by moving down from his 3rd, this avenue, and this avenue. But looks like he's going to get the gold. I guess he's trying to play greedy. He knows he's behind and just wants that gold income. I guess the PF also. It's another thing he can easily exploit in that position. We see that WhiteRa is now going to be able to have his +2 attack done momentarily, and we see that he has started his Colossi production. Now with the Colossi in there, let's see if he's got any Templar. He does have 5 Templar. Let's see, are they in the War Prism or harassing? Yeah, there we have 4 in the War Prism. We have more Archons going down. I hear a scan looking at no army, but WhiteRa's not going to move into the scan directly. They're going to try and show the exact army he has to Cloud. I don't think Cloud's ready for those the Colossi quite yet. See, his Viking count is kind of minimal at the whole 0, which is a little bit worrisome. See, right now he's getting out 2, but WhiteRa pushes to be a very nice thing to do. We see him getting that. He's going to see the gold and everything. If he didn't know about it before, he knows about it now, although he does have an observer, so he probably knew about it already, but the missile turret will go ahead and take care of that by killing that off very easily. Now we see a nice Colossi swipe down there. The upgrades are 2-3 for WhiteRa and 2-2 for Cloud. So now here we have WhiteRa with that Oh, he's gonna get hit those SCVs. Oh, if he got those SCVs, that would have been pretty big. Instead, he might lose a Colossus. He will not, but still, those Templar are very much alive. Stalker's gonna go ahead and sacrifice its life as WhiteRa tries to get the nice, perfect positioning over here to really be aggressive. But this War Prism is here waiting to hit. It can easily drop down those Templar. There we have them moving down. We're gonna see a nice engagement over here. We have a nice full wraparound with all those Zealots. Them getting hit by the storm, but I don't think that really matters right now. We're gonna have a huge engagement over here. Colossi swiping over everything. Side Storms are missing away, but now they're not. That's a perfect storm, and now WhiteRa should be able to take down this PF without too much difficulty. You can see it will fall now. There's a nice bit of thing to do from WhiteRa. He can reinforce immediately with his 12 gates and those 2 robos, and you can see him just go ahead and happily taking down units. The Archon's taking so much damage from those units, it doesn't even matter. It's doing so much. Look at this guy with 13 kills. Oh, the damage that they do against bio units is incredible. And oh, look at that, the Marauder with 5 health left. Oh, foolish stim, allowing it to take out the life of that Zealot. Now we see, ready for splash of the Archon. Boom! So many SCVs down. If that so only 13, that's 8 SCVs kills on that Archon alone. So look at the damage he's doing, and we see that WhiteRa just happily pushing in, just decimating everything. We got to drop down here, cleaning up this base down here, but that's not a big worry. We have a bunch of Zealots warping in down there. They are now with the +1 shields, still +2 armor, +2 attack only with the +3 armor. We see more Zealots wreaking havoc on that SCV line down there with the SCV, the medevac pushing forward, but that's not going to be happening. GG gets called by Cloud as WhiteRa wins a very, very nice game with a solid push and just perfect game plan for him, going for that very nice Colossus High Templar army composition at the end, engaging perfectly with that initial push from that Marines and tanks at the very beginning of the game. It was incredibly well managed with the Zealots coming from the top right, coming from outside of his natural. He did a great job of awareness of the map, realizing that he could actually get that small group of units down ready to flank, and that is what allows him to really take the victory in that engagement. If he had just engaged directly head-on, odds are he would not have won. Cloud would be able to just kite easily and then just let his siege tanks destroy the Zealots before they could really get in there. The charge is another huge factor into that as well. So, very well played by WhiteRa. He's now up 2-1 for the series, and we're going to have game number 4 happening in a moment.